To begin, let's take a look at 3 topics we will explore together. First, we will explore the planning stage of this process. Then we're going to cover how to actually save templates in the editor. Lastly, how to effectively use them. Along the way, we will be sharing some helpful tips to consider. So let's get started. Template planning. What are the first steps to take? First, you should consider how your templates will be useful for you and your team. Secondly, consider how to best organize your template manager using categories. Categories are folders that you can add to your template manager to better organize how your templates live in your account. Taking time to plan and set this up can save you and your team a lot of time in the long run. There are 3 main types of templates: pages, blocks, and overlays. Not seeing this template manager? Not to worry. You may not have this option in your package. However, you can still save all these types of templates. We'll see that in the editor later. There are 2 ways you can use templates: as a shell or as a template with content. Using a shell means you're only concerned with the structure of the piece, not necessarily what is saved inside of it. However, using a template with content means you are considering reusing the content within the shell. What's important to note is that all types of templates can be considered shells, but it is what you plan to do with the saved template that determines how you will use them. Our creative director, Vincent, was happy enough to create these example wireframes to help visualize this planning process. Let's take a look. In our first example, we have an editorial layout. In this wireframe, we are considering page categories and block categories that will be useful when editorial articles will be a common use case. As we can see, content pages have a few categories specifying the kind of content page they are, and they are further broken down into block categories. It is important to note that blocks make up pages, so when we consider what pages will be saved and reused, we should also consider the parts that make up those pages. In application, a user within this organized account would be able to start a page by selecting a visual read content page, and also interchange the parts, the header, textual elements, and even add a timeline by accessing the blocks category saved in the account. This empowers you to create content faster and more effectively. Here's another more robust example considering a Sales Hub use case. We will see a live example of this later. To finalize your template plan, it is important to ask yourself these following questions. What pages are frequently reused? This could be covers, closing pages, article pages, etc. Finally, you want to ask yourself, what parts of pages are frequently reused and or must retain a specific brand style? For example, this could be footers, headers, or even quote blocks that must retain a certain branded appearance. Taking the time to discuss these questions with your team will allow you to implement the use of templates within your workflow and ultimately get the most out of the platform. Now it's time to design and complete your pages. Before saving a template, ensure that you checked your design and fine-tune it for tablet and mobile view. This ensures the effectiveness of the template and will save you a lot of time creating content in the end. Lastly, you want to reference your pre-planned categories and save the template types applying these categories. Let's go ahead and do this together. You already have docs and content that you're happy with, but how can you help yourself and your team create more docs efficiently? Start with what you know. This is a doc we're happy with. We like the content created here and see a lot of benefit in having other team members being able to use this new content in future docs. Before we start saving though, let's first ensure that this doc is responsive. This will ensure the template is most effective. If you have more questions about responsiveness, check out the on-demand lesson, Optimize Your Foleon Docs for Tablet and Mobile. I see that we lost the title here in the mobile view of our contact page. Let's fix that before saving. Now that responsiveness has been checked, let's save this contact page. You want to hover over the page you wish to save and select the template button. Now let's give this template page a descriptive name so that your team knows exactly what's included and can easily decide if it's useful for them. Now, add in your category to organize the template into your pre-planned structure. This is a contact page, so I will add our contact page category to the template. This ensures that team members will see it when they're looking to add a contact page. Great. Now let's save this new footer. This option may be helpful for others in the future, but it will also make it easier for us to update the other pages in this doc with this new footer design. Hover over the block you wish to save and select the template button. Give your block a nice descriptive title. Now attach your category. Great. We successfully saved a page and a block as a template. So how do you use them? You will find your saved templates under Team Templates in the following locations. 1, when you're starting a new page or overlay, you will see your page templates as options here. When you open your blocks panel, you will see all saved blocks templates there. Maybe we want to update this page with our new footer. We can easily do that and delete the old one from the page as well. Before saving templates, you want to ensure to check the doc for responsiveness. Also, ensure the design is complete, with consistency in spacing, scale, and colors used throughout the design. Lastly, write a descriptive title for your templates to help the enablement of your team. You know where to find the templates once you've saved them. Now, how can everyone with access to Foleon effectively use them? As a team member, you can access the saved templates from the editor. Let's take a look at a Sales Hub example to see the full potential of using templates with content. I'll now put myself in the shoes of Laura Snow, one of the sales reps for our imaginary consultancy firm with access to Foleon. She has had a video call with a prospect and now wants to recap the conversation and send out her proposal. Let's take a look at the power of templates. I just met with our prospect customer Kiwi Incorporated, who wants to use our consultancy services for an audit of their HR internal process. I'm eager to put together a proposal for them so we can quickly move forward with this new buyer relationship. I want to update this new proposal so that it's perfect for Kiwi. First, let's make sure the text on the cover is correct. Great. Some of these stories do not apply. Let's add a new one and remove what we do not want. Each of the stories link to an overlay that explains more. Great. Okay, now I want to offer them a plus package, not this package. Let's add that page in and remove this one. Great. I will also want to reposition this new page so that it's seen in the correct order. Can't forget to update the price too. Now, let's finish this off by adding my signature to the contact page. The doc is now ready to be previewed, and we have successfully created our new proposal in less than 2 minutes. This doc has been created for training purposes only. People and content are fictional. Now you've seen how our fictional character Laura Snow quickly created a proposal using templates with pre-filled content. Let's refer back to our Sales Hub wireframe example, where we can see the organizational architecture set up in this type of use case account. Laura Snow and her imaginary consultancy firm applied an example of this structure to their Foleon account, which enabled her to see clear category folders that were essential for speeding up her creation process. Laura was able to quickly access the new content she needed to assemble and personalize her new proposal for Kiwi Incorporated. Without the saved templates and categories, Laura may have spent too much time creating her proposal, and Kiwi Incorporated could have found other solutions. This Sales Hub example, or the editorial example we saw earlier, can be broken down and applied to any of your content needs, whether that be you primarily create editorial content or catalogs or anything in between. Categories streamline the process for you and your team to create content efficiently.